This is my lazy routine to make sure that I can cram all of my hair regrowth steps in 1 week and get it done. Some of you have pointed out that there seems to be a lot of steps to my hair routine, and you're wondering how could you possibly get it all done and still hold a full-time job at the same time. So here's my lazy routine for making sure that I get all of my hair regrowth procedures done in a timely manner in 1 week. When it comes to being active, activity is really important for your blood circulation and making sure that your body can get those nutrients to your hair follicles. I do this in my spare time. If I'm watching television or watching a YouTube video, I try and squeeze in a mini workout. If you're standing in line anywhere, you can exercise your calves. If you're riding in a car, you can give yourself a scalp massage. If you're watching this video right now, you can also be giving yourself a scalp massage. So while you're watching this video, go ahead and massage your scalp. Every time that you watch a YouTube video, give yourself a scalp massage. Jog in place, do push-ups, do sit-ups, planks, do whatever exercise that you want to do. Just keep your activity levels moderate. And even it's okay if you're not consistent and you don't get it done every day. Just do it whenever you remember. Something is better than nothing, especially when it comes to your health. And taking care of your health means taking care of your hair. You'll be amazed at how many minutes of exercise build up or how many minutes of a scalp massage build up by you just taking time to do it while you're watching television, waiting on somebody, or even talking on the phone, or standing in line at the grocery store, or riding in an Uber car. Give yourself a scalp massage. I've stated repeatedly that sleep is very important to hair growth, but you don't have to put a whole bunch of rules around it. Yeah, it helps you get rid of blue lights, cut off all your screens, set a calm environment. Really, just get in bed, turn off the lights, and try and fall asleep. And try and do this around the same time. It's okay if you go to sleep at 10:30 opposed to 10 o'clock, or even if you end up staying awake until 1 a.m. It's okay. Get the sleep in when you can. Do it the best you can. Do not worry about perfection. Just try and be a little bit better every time. But even if you can be a little bit better every time, just make an effort. So what if you decided to have a double cheeseburger? Don't let that pull you away from your main goals and your main diet. Get back up on the horse and try again. Oh, you wanted some Chinese food that's full of MSG, salt, and fat? It's okay, just follow it up with water. Make your next meal healthier. Enjoy a fruit snack with it. Make your next meal all veggie. Stressing yourself about being perfect with this routine is not the goal, and it's not the answer. You still want to be happy. You still want to be able to enjoy life. Just enjoy everything in moderation and try and keep things varied. Even when it comes to the brands of the specific foods that you eat, I try and never settle on one particular brand. I try and have a collection of different healthy brands I choose from. That way, if there's one toxin in a particular brand, I don't end up consuming that one toxin repeatedly. Have fun in the kitchen. So what if you don't know how to cook? There are plenty of YouTube videos, plenty of instructional tutorials that can help you cook. You can also just take your favorite foods and combine them all together and do the best that you can. Whatever you do, it's going to be way healthier than whatever you buy at a fast food place or even a restaurant. You can control your sodium levels, you can control your fat levels. You know exactly what you're eating because you bought it from the grocery store. Make sure to follow food safety practices, washing your produce, washing your vegetables, trimming the fat off of your meat. You have so much more control over what you do in the kitchen, and gradually, little by little, you can improve to a point where it tastes so good that you don't even want to go out and spend money on fast food. Meditation helps you to reduce stress, but it does not have to occupy a huge moment of your time. If you're sitting on a bus or riding in a car or just sitting anywhere, you can just take a moment to do what I call micro meditations, where you just inhale, hold, exhale. You can do whatever count is comfortable for you. If you want to do a 3-count exhale, 4-count hold, 5-count exhale, that's fine. If only do 3 seconds of each, that's fine. But whatever you do, you just want to calm yourself down, control your breathing, and readjust your thought pattern. Let the thoughts flow. You don't have to focus on one particular thing. Just let all the thoughts flow through your head. Just relax. It's all about relaxing, reducing cortisol, and just making you an overall happier, healthier individual. You love fruit juice, you love sodas, you don't feel like you'd ever give them up, you love sweet tea. I have a compromise for you. Just dilute it with a little water if you can, or take some water, mix it with a 0-calorie sweetener, and mix it with your soda or fruit juice. Maybe with soda you can't do it as much. It really works a lot better with fruit juices, but whatever you can do is helpful. By diluting the overall sugar in the drink, you're drastically reducing your chances of developing insulin resistance. And as I stated in my previous video, insulin resistance can be a driver of hair loss. Environmental toxins lead to inflammation. Inflammation leads to hair loss. A quick and easy way to lower your exposure to environmental toxins is just to open your window. Open your window periodically and let all of the built up particles just exit. Get you some fresh air. walk outside and get you some fresh air. I try to open my window every day for at least 30 minutes just to let it air out. Whatever toxins have built up in my home from plastic or other materials will then be either removed or diluted to a point where my body's inflammation is a lot lower. Instead of trying to replace all the items in your life fragrance-free and plastic-free, just focus on one item at a time. First thing you want to focus on is your shampoo. Just make sure that your shampoo and your body wash and all the things coming into contact with your body don't contain the word fragrance. Fragrance is a catch-all for a lot of chemicals that we don't really know what they are because it's considered proprietary information by the company. They could be carcinogens, the hormone disruptors. We're not sure, so just avoid products with word fragrance. Then your next step can be replacing plastic cutlery or utensils with wooden or metal. Then you can replace plastic containers with glass containers. Just take it one step at a time. There's no need to overwhelm yourself. Instead of burning your skin off trying to get vitamin D, get your blood levels tested and just take a supplement. The same thing goes for iron. Get a blood test, take a supplement, then you don't have to stress over getting enough iron in your food, getting enough vitamin D. Take an omega-3 supplement does well to reduce inflammation and also improve your mood and lower stress instead of trying to cram in a bunch of fish, which is most likely contaminated with metals. In my experience, when it comes to derma rolling, just derma roll once a week. Don't apply any pressure. Just take a derma roller, go over your scalp a couple of times, and leave it at that. That is all I really needed to keep my hair stimulated and regrowing. Another extremely lazy way to encourage hair growth if you have androgenetic alopecia is a red light therapy helmet device. I posted a video in the past showing how I replaced my ketoconazole shampoo that had fragrance with a red light helmet in order to encourage hair growth, and I'm seeing really good results. I can literally just sit down, watch TV, wear my red light helmet therapy device for 12 minutes, go about my day. Instead of making a coffee rinse, a black tea rinse, or mixing rosemary oil to apply to your hair, there are products out there that are also all natural that contain these ingredients. If you don't want to waste time on it, just go ahead and get you a shampoo that contains caffeine, or get you a shampoo or a spritz that contains rosemary. I haven't tried many of these products, but that's okay. This is a path of learning, so try them out for yourself. I might try them out one day if I get tired of doing it, see how they work. I would give them at least 6 months to see if they're as consistent as the more natural alternatives that I've tried, but there's nothing wrong with trying anything new. There's no particular hair product or hair regrowth treatment that has a monopoly on all of it. Most people have to use several treatments combined in order to get results that they want. So try out different things at your own leisure, which have the same ingredients to see if they're effective. I've never recommended saw palmetto as a hair regrowth treatment for androgenetic alopecia, but there is a lot of evidence supporting it, and there was one study that showed that 320 milligrams of saw palmetto did significantly increase hair density in people suffering from androgenetic alopecia. I also use a white vinegar rinse in order to maintain the cleanliness of my scalp, as well as to reduce the type of fungal growth. That's more based on the hair routine that I have to follow. I can't wash my hair too often or it dries out. That is something that applies to people who have curly hair or afro-textured hair. So in between washes, I will sometimes use a white vinegar spritz on my hair. It's kind of combed through and rinse it out. This is optional. White vinegar hasn't shown a propensity in improving androgenetic alopecia, but it does improve scalp health. People like myself or anyone who might suffer from an excess amount of dandruff or fungal growth on their scalp. So the decision is entirely yours. At the end of the day, I do recommend that you consult a medical professional, a trichologist, a dermatologist, even a cosmetologist might be able to offer insights much better than I can. Thank you for joining me on my hair regrowth journey. I really appreciate us all sticking together in this. I'll see you in the next video. Karashi out.